Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I am your host, Catherine Materiali. Okay, so you're thinking about moving to Menifee, but you just don't know where stuff is. Well, today we're going to do a very simple tactical map tour addressing specifically where's your local grocery store and where's the hospital. I know those seems like two totally different things, but those are two of the things that I get a lot of questions on when I have people moving from out of the area and they're sitting in the car with me and we're driving around town. So let's get to it. But before we do, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week we are delivering info just like this that I think you will find, I know you will find really helpful. And make sure to hit that like button because it helps a girl out. All right, so let's jump in. Okay, so let's start with South Menifee first. So right here, if you haven't already watched the video that I did that kind of shows the different parts of Menifee, go back and watch that. But Menifee really starts here. This is an area called Mapleton. This is still Murrieta, but then right past that, Menifee starts, okay? So let's assume that you live somewhere off of Scott Road, either side of the 215. So if I want to point out, even though this is not Menifee, Clinton Keith is the next exit down, and that's going to be your closest Costco. That's one of the first things people ask. There's also a Target here. It's a super Target. There is a super Target in Menifee off of Newport, but if you live in that southern part of Menifee, you may want to hit up this super Target. You've got super Target, you've got Home Depot, you've got Costco, and then in this shopping center here too, I just want to point out that there's also an ALDI. So you have access to that as well. So that is right off the freeway at Clinton Keith. And then if you move up here and you get to Scott Road, right here off the freeway, you have an Albertsons. So that's going to be your closest, just standard grocery store. Let's continue up the freeway. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Now, this is your main shopping hub in Menifee. And you've got a Lowe's, you've got a Target, which is, I believe, I've been in there so many times, I'm almost certain that it is also a super Target. So if you want to get groceries, regardless, you can get the dry goods and milk and things like that. I am just spacing it right now, whether or not you can get produce. But this is a great shopping area. And then literally right on the other side of Hahn Road there, you also have an ALDI. And ALDI is so great. I think I've told you in another video, if you've watched one for Murrieta and Temecula, I love going to ALDI for when I do my charcuterie because you can get so many yummy types of cheese and you can get the produce and really great prices. So this is off of Newport, but additionally off of Newport, okay, let's assume that you live on this side of the freeway. So we talked about neighborhoods like the Lakes and Menifee Lakes and the Oasis and such. Off of Newport Road here, this is really not a large difference. So if you're more of a Stater Brothers kind of person or a Rouse kind of person, you have options all really close together. Right here off the freeway, you have Rouse. And then on the other side, you have Barron's. I love Barron's. I love the salad bar. They've got really great soups. And they have some really good prices on produce sometimes as well. And then right here on the corner of Menifee Road and Newport Road, you have Stater Brothers. So you have those options there. And then if you live on the other side, we already talked about the Target and we talked about the ALDI. You have a Sprouts right here. And then down the road, you have a Stater Brothers. And then also, I know that right around here, if you are looking for an Asian market, there is an Asian market right here. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's just called Asian Mini Mart. I haven't been in that one because usually we would just go to 88 Ranch down in Temecula if you want a bigger one. But if you need something small and close by, then you do have that option. And then if you continue up, let's say, so if we zoom out, let's give some context here. So that is relevant for if you, I mean, we talked about Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy is over here. And all of these neighborhoods along Newport Road on that side. And then if you were to live in any of those neighborhoods, then this is all close by. And then when you head up Menifee Road here, that's where you get to Heritage Lake. You can see Heritage Lake there. So if you live in Heritage Lake, you probably will just honestly pop down to that Stater Brothers. But you also, if you want to go this way along McCall, just on the other side of the freeway, there's a Vons and Stater Brothers there as well. And then additionally, up here, right off of Ethonac, there's a Home Depot over here too. I know we're talking about grocery stores, but still it's great to know. You also have a Winco here. So you have, those are your grocery store options. And then if you, let's talk hospitals next. So I know it's still going to show the different grocery stores, but just to give you some context. So if you live in Menifee, your closest hospital, now some of you are going to be Kaiser and some of you are going to be some other type of insurance. So let me just show you both of those. So for let's see here. We're going to scroll down. So right here, you can see this is where the Kaiser location is. Now, Keller Road is not an exit. Scott Road is the exit that you would use. And then you would come down Antelope and you have the Kaiser Medical Center here that's right by that neighborhood that I told you about here that kind of is the border of Murrieta, which is called Mapleton. So that's where your Kaiser is going to be. And then literally just continue down is the Loma Linda Hospital right here. You can see that H right there. And there, the Loma Linda Hospital is a wonderful hospital. I have actually been a patient there and had a wonderful experience. And I've had friends who have delivered babies there. So really great spot. And then on top of that, you would have, let me just scroll down here. So right, if you continue down the 215 and you get to Murrieta Hot Springs, this is where Southwest Healthcare is. This is a Rancho Springs location. So they have Inland Valley, which is off of Clinton Keith, but in Wildemar. And then you have Rancho Springs, which honestly, I think probably Rancho Springs would be more convenient to get to because it's right off the freeway. And this is actually where they have the Women's Center, the delivery center. And they do have a NICU there, which is something that they're very proud of. Hopefully you never have to use, but really good to know that you have it available. And I delivered both my middle kiddo there and my youngest kiddo there. There are additional hospital locations, but those are your closest. And that's it, you guys. So that's where your grocery stores are going to be. That's where your hospitals are going to be. There are urgent cares all over the place. There are plenty of family office locations in Menifee. Like we are part of Rancho Family Medical Group, and I know they have a location right over there by the Target off of Hahn. There are so many different options. If you want to pick my brain a little bit more, like, hey, where's the closest, specialist for whatever, please do pick my brain. Drop a comment if there's anything in particular that you would like us to do a video on, and we would love to help you with that. Moving to a different location can be stressful, and just trying to figure out how to navigate where to land, what's going to fit your particular needs. And this is what we do. We would love to help you. So if this is something that you are in research mode on, whether or not you're thinking of doing this in 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months or longer, please don't hesitate to ask, because we are passionate about helping people find home. And if you want to reach out, make sure to either shoot us an email or a text, and check out a lot of the other videos that we have as well. As always, thank you for spending a few minutes with me, and I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you on the next video.